6'6", over 300 pounds, nearly a foot taller and 150 pounds heavier than his challenger here tonight.
Listen, I was in the locker room at the Royal Rumble last week. Every top star from Raw and SmackDown were asking the same question. Where the hell did they find this Oba Femi? 2 months ago, nobody was talking about this guy. Then you see him debut in the breakout tournament. Yeah, I get it. He's probably going to need a few years maturing, figuring this game out. Hell no. This guy is ready yesterday, and he's a big, big problem for the entirety of WWE.
The following contest scheduled for one fall is for the NXT North American Championship. Introducing first the challenger, Dragon Lee! And his opponent, he is the NXT North American Champion, Oba Femi!
Dragon Lee so desperately wants that championship back for everything that it represents, and Dragon Lee was here in Clarksville earlier today along with some other NXT superstars before Vengeance Day, as NXT collected over 200 donations with the local organization YPAC to support tornado relief efforts here in Clarksville. Dragon Lee wants to be able to give back. He wants to have the platform. He wants his championship back. But he's got quite the mountain to overcome in Oba Femi, who didn't even want to hand the championship over. Dragon Lee coming out hot, right out of the gates. Dragon Lee wasting no time, looking to take flight. Holy hell!
This is about as smart a start as Dragon Lee could have possibly made. Try and get the jump on this big monster.
Saw my live flash before my eyes with Oba Femi almost falling into our lap, but just like that, the power of Oba.
7, 8 seconds, that's how long Dragon Lee looked good before reality hit the luchador.
Well, and Oba Femi now just turning things around, and just look at the power of Femi. We talk about the size. He's carrying around a man like Dragon Lee, not even breathing heavy. No problem at all. Is Lee trying his best, almost out of desperation, able to land on his feet and roll through. That's one way to stay up, and Lee right back in. And that'll take down any man, no matter their size.
Well, physically, Dragon Lee has absolutely zero chance against Oba Femi. His one big chance here. Dragon Lee's opportunity is to outfox the big man. Use your experience, stay nimble, keep moving, and hope for a miracle.
Well, he was hoping to do a little more damage and just being caught out of midair. And Lee again, using this quickness, his elusiveness, his speed to try to chop down Oba Femi.
Well, it's certainly not the first mountain that Dragon Lee has had to climb in his career. He's rarely going to be the bigger guy in the match, but it might be the biggest mountain of them all, and perhaps the one with the biggest prize on top. Double footstep.
That might be it. And another kick out by Oba Femi.
If that doesn't do it, what the hell are you going to pull out?
I mean, wait, take another look and just check out this impact. Just right there to the side of the face.
I've never seen that before. Usually guys connect on the chest with something like that. To connect on the head, it's still not good enough.
Game's may be over now. Oba Femi just planning Dragon Lee. And you won the OG version of NXT. You've seen them come, you've seen them go. Some in the back actually refer to you as the grandfather of the brand. So having seen, not what I said, they said. So having seen so much, what were your first thoughts when you saw Oba Femi for the first time ever in the ring several weeks ago in the breakout tournament?
To be clear, when I won the first season of NXT, I had 6 years of experience at various levels before that. Oba Femi, as far as I'm aware, does not have that. He's a fresh crossover athlete, and when you get guys like that, it takes years to refine them, to get them
into a cover hook of the leg, and the challenger just kicking out.
To get them a level of poise, experience, confidence in this game. This Oba Femi is an absolute freak. He didn't need that. He just took to this like a duck to water, and this guy is scary. The scariest part, we have just scratched the surface. I have no idea how good this guy can be.
To your point, you think about the breakout tournament, you think about a matchup, his first matchup, that was almost a year ago for Obafemi on NXT TV. Less than 5 matches in his career. You talk about the experience you had. Less than 5 matches in his career to finally win a championship. He won the NXT North American title in his 5th match.
Yeah, and now dominating a guy who has been deemed the next Rey Mysterio. This Dragon Lee just getting thrown around the ring with abandon. It has just been too easy for the champ Obafemi so far. Dragon Lee better start thinking fast.
Oh, and Oba dropped the LWO this past Tuesday, then he swatted Lee out of midair into another cover and a nope. Just getting that right shoulder up was Dragon Lee.
Obafemi isn't even breathing heavy. Guys that big, generally as the match wears on, they start to struggle. Not Obafemi, this guy's special.
You brought up Rey Mysterio. You brought up Rey Mysterio a few moments ago, and it seems like for Dragon Lee, he's put extra pressure on his shoulders after being anointed the future of Lucha Libre.
No, I don't agree with that, Vic. I think Rey Mysterio gave him that chalice because he believes in him. He believes in him because there is something damn special in the world of Lucha Libre. When it comes to Dragon Lee, it's not added pressure, it's just a reality. This guy is the future, but the future ain't happening tonight the way this is going.
Referee's at 6, at 7. Dragon Lee crawling back to the ring at 8. He's not even on his feet yet. He does it 9. Can he break the count? And he did it by a half second.
But for what? Straight back at the feet of danger.
To keep his hopes alive, Barrett, that's for what? He's got a fighting chance, don't you think? Well, maybe not. Yeah. What a backbreaker.
There's your answer, Vic. There's your fighting chance.
Dragon Lee tried to convince Obafemi to defend the title in an open challenge, defend a title that he held with honor and pride.
I like the answer. No freebies. You want a championship opportunity, you've got to earn it. The open challenge era is over. This is the Obafemi era.
This has to be it. And maybe for Dragon Lee at some point, and he kicked out again, but at what point's the referee gonna maybe step in to save Dragon Lee from himself? Because Dragon Lee's not gonna quit.
I was asking you the same thing 60 seconds ago, and you said he's in there with a fighting chance. There is no fighting chance.
I had a different look at things than I do now.
He might be in there with a broken spine, and it's only getting worse.
Dragon Lee trying to create a little bit of separation, and back to that open challenge. No one's gonna argue with Obafemi. No one's gonna get in Obafemi's face, but Dragon Lee trying his best, doing his thing here, spins around, gets caught again by Femi. Look at the champion.
Nice.
Look at the challenger. He does have a fighting chance, Barrett. Can he make Obafemi tap?
I mean, just wrapping yourself around the massive limbs of Obafemi is difficult in itself, but trying to manipulate them, this guy is so big, so strong.
But it's working because Femi's down to a knee.
The monster is fading.
Pulling, prying, trying anything he can to cinch and squeeze the life out of Obafemi, but Femi again just too powerful, back to his feet.
Well, that's the experience factor. I guarantee you, Obafemi has never tasted a move like that before. He's figuring it out on the fly. How do I get out of this?
Femi sees that top rope. You see a little bit of the strain in the shoulders.
Maybe even panic in the eyes of the big monster.
That is true too, Barrett. He has never felt this before, and by his teeth.
It's unique, but it worked.
Dragon Lee not letting go. Dragon Lee holding on. Dragon Lee trying to get the big man down, and I don't know if that's a tactic that's gonna work. Overpowered yet again, and Dragon Lee though, that elusiveness, that fighting spirit.
The champ is wobbled.
Super kick connects. Enziguri connects. Femi's down to his knees.
And you
back to his feet.
You have to stack offense against a big man like Obafemi.
Big tornado DDT.
Is exactly what the challenger is doing.
This could be it. Jumping knee under the jaw. Femi's down. Femi's rocked. Femi's hurt. But Femi's still alive.
It took about 6 shots to the temple, back to back to back. But this is the one that finally put the champ down. But for how long? Not long enough for Dragon Lee.
Dragon Lee focused now. Dragon Lee has got his 3rd, maybe his 4th win in the matchup. Big drop kick. Still didn't take down Oba. A second drop kick. Still hasn't taken the big man down. Finally, Femi is down again.
And we have never seen Obafemi tested like this. We're about to find out what Obafemi is really made of.
3rd drop kick connects. Will it be enough for Dragon Lee to recapture his North American Championship? And Femi again able to kick out. It's all about the North American title here at Vengeance Day. The champion Obafemi in his first defense of his title against the man he beat when he executed his breakout tournament contract, Dragon Lee, and Lee has brought the fight. Dragon Lee has brought everything, and there's no
chance.
way.
You're out of your mind. Whoa!
Sit down! Power bomb! Oh,
I'll tell you this, Vic, I don't care how big and scary you are when you get rocked, when you start tasting your own blood, when you get thrown around like this, you start to doubt your own abilities, but we're learning a lot about Obafemi now. He's still in the fight, he ain't giving up.
I don't know what was more impressive, the kick out by Femi or the power from Dragon Lee to hoist a 6'6" man over 300 pounds, then up, over, Dragon Lee caught. Oof. Lee doing his best to break away. Big knee under the jaw of Femi. And Oba now somehow still on his feet. Lee, though, charging back in, and he just got swatted out of thin air again.
Like a frying pan to the chest. And Obafemi has a scary look in his eye. What on earth is he concocting, Vic?
Well, he just wiped out Dragon Lee. And he could be looking to wipe out our announce desk.
It's looking bleak for Dragon Lee.
Dragon Lee able to counter with a DDT.
Yeah, just in the
Was that on the monitor?
Just bounced off the cowl, perhaps the monitor too. That was an ugly landing for Obafemi, but thankfully for Dragon Lee, he stays alive in this one.
Well, you talk about the inexperience. This could be the experience of, how that? Like a monster back to his feet. At first you don't succeed, try again. Barrett, you just got out of the way.
I need a new chair. Dragon Lee needs a new spine.
And Obafemi looking to put the finishing touches possibly on his first championship title defense, but Dragon Lee with second thoughts, shoulders down, near fall. Femi just able to power on and then bulldozes Dragon Lee. A fortune teller spoke to Obafemi about his power and overtaking an industry. He's well on his way to doing so with performances like tonight.
He believes there is a prophecy driving him. It's written in the stars.
He just tossed Lee like nothing, like a shot put, like he was back in college dominating the SEC. Powerbomb, good night. Obafemi retains.
Here is your winner, and still the NXT North American Champion, Obafemi!
I want to take nothing away from Dragon Lee, who when all was said and done was able to fight back throughout this matchup, but this was just unreal. The strength of Obafemi is just unreal with what he can do with other humans, just launching them with no remorse, with no care, and then this brutal, vicious powerbomb.
New questions were asked of Obafemi tonight. The NXT North American Champion answered every single one of them and passed this test with flying colors, Vic.
His size, ruthlessness, and immense strength is an equation I don't know who can solve. So who can step up and take down the North American Champion?
And their opponent, he is the NXT North American Champion, Obafemi!
Wait, I look over to you because I got to get your honest thoughts on the massive champion, Obafemi.
Well, it really speaks for himself. Massive, athletic, and really, really damn good in double quick time. How many matches? Yeah, 10 to 15 at this point, and he has been utterly dominating everybody he's got in the ring with. I thought at some point we were going to start seeing some slip-ups from Obafemi. I'm yet to see a single one, and I'll tell you right now, the locker rooms of Raw and SmackDown have eyes on this guy, and they are nervous about where this guy is going to be going over the next year or so.
Well, I gotta be honest though, Book, he's never faced two men like Dijak and Briggs. Obafemi has never competed in this sort of matchup. Under triple threat rules, we have to remember, he does not need to be factored in the decision to lose his North American title.
But I don't think they faced a man like Obafemi before. I mean, Obafemi, like my man Wade says, he's only had a few matches. He's still green. We don't know how good Obafemi really is, man, but we're about to find out.
Yeah, certainly, Sue. We're going to learn a lot about Obafemi here tonight. And both men going right at the champion. You know, Briggs is 6'8", Dijak 6'7". Everyone in this matchup is at least 270 pounds.
Yeah, some massive guys in that ring. Dijak and Briggs, though, are used to being the bullies. They're used to being the biggest and the strongest. That ain't the case today. Obafemi is bigger and he's stronger than the pair. Oh! And simultaneously taking them both out.
Well, you know, Wade, you've talked about it a few times, and here's exactly what you just hit the nail on the head when it comes to Oba. You keep talking about the amount of matches he's had as he has taken over this matchup quickly. Go back to the start of your career. Obafemi had just 9 matches before he won WWE Gold.
Yeah,
9.
It took me about 900 matches to win my first slice of WWE Gold, so I think if you do the math, that makes him about 100 times better than I was.
Well, take a look at these two, that being Briggs, Dijak. They are rocking Obafemi, and right now, unlikely partners, but they have one goal in mind: take Femi down, weaken the champion, and possibly they could call themselves North American champion by the end of the night. And look at Dijak and Briggs going to work, but now quickly Briggs.
It was ugly, but it was effective.
Yeah, that partnership didn't last very long. And look, I've already had almost 2 superstars in my lap. I don't need to do it again.
Wow.
And how in the hell did Femi just catch Dijak and just battering ram, knock down Briggs? Have you ever seen someone with the strength of Obafemi? 6'7", over 270, just pressed him like nothing.
Gotta be kidding me. Wow.
I'll tell you something else, Vic. Obafemi has been going 100 miles an hour from the off on this one and is barely breathing
I was just
heavy.
thinking that same thing.
That is rare for a big man.
I was just thinking that same thing, Wade.
This guy's got a tank.
Whoa!
Whoa, back up. Back up.
Again, there's no
Here we go.
There's no disqualifications in this triple threat matchup. The referee essentially right now just is helpless, and these 3 who are hell-bent on destruction. And Femi again, that's a man who doesn't need any sort of weapon.
A commanding presence, Obafemi.
He's a monster, man. He's a monster.
And are either of you two shocked right now that he has single-handedly taken over this matchup?
I've given up being shocked when it comes to Obafemi. Every time I've watched him, my jaw hits the floor.
Dijak again trying to swing back, and you wonder what type of laws Dijak will come up with if he is champion. And Dijak looking around.
No, look in the eyes of Obafemi. He's out, man, and he's dazed and confused right now.
Always looking to serve up his brand of justice, looking for high risk, but there's Briggs. And what's on Briggs' mind?
What the? You got to be kidding me.
These 3 pulling out all the stops and stand and deliver.
Wow.
Take another look. And again, Briggs using Dijak as the weapon. But did Briggs take too much time to get back into this matchup, Booker? It's something you point out on Tuesday. Sometimes some guys just take a little bit too long to try to capitalize.
I don't think so. I think the big man right now is rolling right now. He's got Obafemi in the right place. All he got to do is just pull the trigger, Vic. Try to get this thing done. That window is open. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Well, Briggs has welcomed the challenge to be the one to topple Obafemi, but he also has quite the rivalry with Dijak that goes back to Deadline in the Men's Iron Survivor Challenge match. Each scored to pinfall over the other. They've known each other for close to a decade. They know each other well. What they don't know is just exactly what Obafemi can bring to the table. But they're certainly learning here tonight because Obafemi once again is overpowering the opposition.
I'm so impressed with Obafemi and what he's doing right now because he's in the ring with two big guys, two experienced big guys, and he's holding his own, man. Oh, no! Big ride.
Double choke slam. Well, both men into the cover, and Oba just powered out of both men. And now again, are they going to try to work in tandem one more time? Massive double choke slam, and that really the only way you're going to take Obafemi off his feet.
Yeah, it's only ever going to be a loose alliance between Briggs and Dijak, but they know they need one another right now to take this massive behemoth down.
And again, smart strategy by the challengers. And oh my word! Each man with one arm. You know, I've been questioning how does Obafemi prepare for this matchup as champion, but really you have to start wondering, when you're a challenger, how do you prepare for Obafemi?
There is no way to prepare for this. What the hell did they make Obafemi out of? He should have been down and out when Dijak landed on him on the outside on that chair. He bounced back up within about 30 seconds.
Well, Booker, you said we're going to learn a lot about Obafemi. He's never been in this sort of matchup. But again, Briggs taking it to Femi, and maybe now, Femi might stay down to give these two the opportunity because Femi doesn't need to be factored in the decision to lose his title, and he almost lost it there.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you, what would a win do for Big Josh Briggs' confidence, man? I'm telling you, can shoot him straight to the moon.
Take another look. Briggs, bam, just catching Dijak out of the corner of his eye. And we talked about JBL earlier. Wade, do you remember the first piece of advice that you received from a Hall of Famer, that you received from a legend?
Yeah, if you are disrespected in this game, make sure there are consequences. That came from the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, and I'd say for Josh Briggs, he has been disrespected at times over the past 12 months. Now's the time to make good on those consequences.
No better time than the biggest stand and deliver ever. Biggest WrestleMania weekend of all time is Femi. Briggs balancing it. Dijak, big super kick. And Femi gets rocked all the way to the floor. And one more time, we're down to Briggs. We're down to Dijak for this North American Championship.
Dijak could actually slip on a banana peel and find himself being champion, walking away in this matchup. Like I said, I really don't think it's about championship. It's about pain. It's about mayhem. It's about destruction. What's about to happen right now?
Both men teetering. It's Briggs looking for that knockout blow.
My God,
a big JBL-esque lariat from the top to become the North American champion, and Dijak just got his foot on the middle rope using that 6-7 frame to save the match.
And I got to tell you right now, I think this referee's been very lenient. A triple threat match, a lot of the times they will not break a pin when the ropes were involved.
Obafemi back in, triple threat matchup, North American title on the line, and Obafemi now starting to swing away with Briggs, with Dijak. North American title hanging in the balance. Again, triple threat rules. Obafemi does not need to be factored in the decision to lose the title. Briggs, Dijak have been very close to becoming North American champion, but Obafemi has been able to overpower everyone.
Very. Go ahead.
Briggs and Dijak need to capitalize when Obafemi's out the ring, because no matter what you throw at the big man, eventually he's getting back up and back into the fight.
No, Obafemi seems to be very comfortable in this situation right here, Wade.
Yeah, he's born for this kind of fighting.
Slugfest brewing, stand and deliver debut for all three superstars, but Dijak does have the most premium live event experience, but right now I don't think Oba cares, neither does Briggs, but Dijak is standing. Dijak just got hit with a discus boot. Moving out of the way is Briggs. Oba got caught, Dijak got caught, Briggs in control.
Well, this is the Josh Briggs coming out party, and he's cleaning house.
Femi got tossed, Briggs got dropped, Dijak covered into the count and a kick out.
Wow.
And just listen to those strikes. Oh, that Briggs had enough. Again, these two no strangers to one another. Dijak no stranger to the North American title chase. but look who's standing. Obafemi has been taken out of the equation. This is the best opportunity for both these superstars to strike right now.
Josh Briggs is swinging baseball bats in that ring, and Dijak somehow absorbing all of it.
You can hear those shots over at Lincoln Financial Field, the home of WrestleMania Saturday. But look at the strike of Dijak. Just walked Briggs almost to the center, into the cover, and a kick out at one. At one?
This kid's fired up.
Well, he certainly is, and he should be. Oh, this is the biggest stage ever for these superstars, and he was able to kick out with Briggs, and Briggs with a boot looking to answer back.
Oh, whoa!
Dijak, turn it around! Will the Canadian Destroyer be enough for the Massachusetts boy? And it was not in that
Barely,
moment.
though.
Oh,
Barely kicked out.
Take another, bam!
Yeah, Dijak is a complete anomaly in the world of big men, that he can pull out moves like that in the blink of an eye. Simply not supposed to be designed to pull that off.
It's like a heavyweight, moves like a cruiserweight, and could be closing in on the North American title. This for the North American. What is Dijak? Did you see Dijak make that look, Book? Dijak looked over here to the corner, but for what reason?
Oh,
what is Dijak trying to do?
What are we going to do here?
I know these two know each other. I know Dijak's going to have to use a little bit extra. He's going to have to do a little bit more.
Whoa. Wow.
No way. No way. I don't even know where to go. Booker, have you ever seen someone with strength like Obafemi to hoist up, to carry, to drop two superstars the size of Dijak and Briggs?
Talk about the coming out party of Josh Briggs. We must say this may be the coming out party of this man right here, Obafemi, because he is definitely taking it to another level. Oh, wow!
Femi was looking for that powerbomb. Dijak, though, was able to get out of the way, to wiggle himself free, trying to answer back. Big boot rocking Femi, who's still standing, bouncing right back in. Dijak one more time, trying to take down Femi. Another boot rocks the big man. The North American champion right now is in a daze.
Dijak said he wanted this. He wanted this fight right here.
And I don't think I've ever seen Oba get lifted the way he just did, and he just feasted his eyes. Dijak into the cover to finally become a no moonsault. Dijak saw it. Dijak sensed it. He was able to get out of the way. Just took down Briggs. Briggs might be out of the question now.
Yeah, the bodies are dropping like flies. This is your chance, Dijak. It's now or never.
Let the bodies hit the floor, and one more time, trying to feast his eyes in between. Cover. Count.
Whoa. Wow.
There's no disqualification.
Josh Briggs is the smartest man on planet Earth for that move.
You can't blame him, Book.
No, just stole Dijak's moment right there.
You can't blame him, though.
Wow.
You cannot have empathy for anyone else in this industry.
I agree with that.
Watch out, ref! Well, Briggs just paid for what he did to Dijak. Oh, man, Dijak, you got to think in his mind he had the title in his hands.
Vic, that window is still open, though. All Dijak needs to do is take advantage.
Dijak has been robbed, but now is the time to make up for it. Take a second swing.
Oh!
hoist it up. Feast your eyes for the third time. This time to Briggs.
This arena
Look who's
is getting
standing.
smashed up in the process. Dijak surely now has to go in for the kill.
What a night, what a fight. My God, man.
And it's all about the North American title. And Briggs might think he's back in a tag team with Brooks Jensen right now. Dijak. This could be his stand and deliver moment. A career-defining moment. Can he connect? Another! Feast your eyes, buckling the knees of Briggs. Title and... Oh! You heard what the champion said. And there is the powerbomb. Femi falls into the cover to retain his title.
Wow.
Here is your winner, and still the NXT North American Champion, Oba Femi.
What a match.
And his opponent, he is the NXT North American Champion, Oba Femi.
How special is someone like the North American champion?
No doubt. Oba Femi, he's a generational talent figure. I don't care if it was 1975, the present day, or 2050. This dude right here, he's a star, man, and he's the North American champion.
6'6", over 300 pounds. Wesley's giving up 130 pounds to our massive champion here tonight. Oba has been nothing short of an unstoppable machine, but there is no fear in the eyes of the challenger who looks to reclaim the North American title here tonight. And before this match gets officially underway, what is it going to take for Lee to win? Is Wes really the one to conquer the unconquerable?
Seriously?
Asking you.
A sledgehammer. I wonder if he got one of those in his tool bag, because he might need it.
He's going to have to pull out a lot of tricks. He's going to have to pull out all the stops here tonight for Wes Lee. Lee an impressive 8-2 on premium live events. The catch there, though, Book, is Wes Lee has lost his last two.
Well, you got to understand, Wesley is on a mission. Wesley lost that championship due to not anyone pinning his shoulders to the mat. That's got to be something that he thinks about on a regular basis.
That's something Trick Williams has to be thinking about tonight in our main event. Fatal four-way does not need to be pinned, does not need to be factored in the decision to lose the NXT Championship. This is Oba Femi at his best, overpowering, manhandling the massive frame of Oba Femi. And look at Wes Lee, creating a little bit of separation, and now he's going to have to use that speed, going to have to use that quickness, going to the body, trying to crack a rib. But Oba Femi not phased. Oh!
It's unfortunate that this is a lightweight versus a super heavyweight, but that's just part of the business, something that this young man is going to have to overcome.
Swinging for the fences.
Oh, wow!
To no avail, and Lee was a tag team competitor. He was forced to break out on his own. He captured the North American title. He literally broke his back defending and elevating that championship. Big roundhouse.
Oh, got caught. See what I'm saying?
Springboard, boom, right to the back of the neck. But that's Wes Lee. That's how long he's been in the game. He didn't sweat it. He didn't crack. He stayed composed. He struck right back. But speaking of striking, bouncing back is Lee. And Lee this time gets caught
And there is that power on display by the massive Oba Femi.
That monster, man. You don't want to stay too close to the body of this big man right here because he may be indestructible. He has that cloak of invincibility right now. So my thing is, man, this is going to be a fight tonight.
Let's take a look one more time.
Bam, big right. Unbeaten in his NXT career, showing you why. But Wesley is showing you why he doesn't stay down, why he doesn't quit. And I hate to say it, but is Lee's heart too big for his own good?
It may be too big, but that's what makes Wesley his heart, man. He is, what do you call him? The cardiac kid, right?
He is, yeah.
That's got something to do with the heart, right?
Holy!
Oh, man. Cardiac is appropriate.
A human being, a grown-ass man, just got tossed like a small child.
God, man. You got to understand.
Unbelievable.
The strength advantage, the size advantage is going to go to Oba Femi. And the thing is, this dude is still untapped. We don't know how far Oba Femi actually goes, Vic.
You can say that again, and it was Oba Femi who said tonight he will crush Lee's dreams, he will crush Lee's body. It's hard to argue also that there's not this aura around Oba Femi as well. We almost were introduced to Wes Lee.
This is your greatest North American champ. This is the greatest North American.
Get it back here.
Oba Femi again. Just screaming at you, taking it to Wes. Holy! Come on, ref! The unexposed steel from underneath the ring.
Exalt me.
Did you see Lee's face? His nose just bounced off that steel. I mean, the referee might have to. I don't know how Wes Lee gets by. I mean, I am speechless right now. This was nasty. This was gnarly. What Oba Femi is putting Wes Lee through in just the last, what would you say, 3 or 4 minutes is unbelievable.
Oba Femi said exactly what he was going to do, and now he's doing it, Vic. I mean, Wes Lee was a great champion, but he was a great champion.
Oba Femi didn't.
Oh, wow!
What you've been saying about Wes Lee being the greatest North American champion of all time, he stared right at you and backbreaker. And you think about the injured back to Wes Lee. What sidelined Wes Lee for several months? Oba Femi knows it, he's going to expose it, and he wants to hurt Wes Lee tonight.
Take nothing away from Wes Lee. I mean, he was a great champion, perhaps the greatest North American champion of all time. But all records are meant to be broken, Vic. All of them.
Oba Femi said that his opponent, Wes Lee, is living in the past. Femi has been conquering NXT like he did track and field in the SEC at Alabama, as the NXT universe here in the Scotiabank Arena in Toronto is trying to rally Wes Lee, but that's over 330 pounds, stepping right on that surgically repaired back.
No, that's adding insult to injury right now, Vic. That's what that is.
Look at Lee trying to fight. Look at Lee trying to get back to his feet.
That didn't last very long, and Oba Femi, instead of going for the pin, instead of ending this, he just wants to punish and beat the hell out of Wes Lee.
Just manhandling Wes Lee like a rag doll right now, just ripping him.
Lee just got folded in half off of one right hand.
Big
from
shot.
Oba.
Big shot by Oba Femi. What are you talking about, one big shot? That was a huge shot, Vic.
The voice of WWE, Michael Cole, said he has been impressed with Oba Femi, and unlike in our main event, there is, for the champion here tonight, in this matchup, Oba Femi would have no one to blame but himself if he were to lose. But Oba Femi right now is just saying light work. He's literally just throwing Wes Lee around like he's having fun.
Ripping him
like this is an appetizer.
Like a rag doll, Vic. This is easy work right here for Oba Femi.
You can feel an uneasy tension here in Toronto because it's getting hard to watch Wes Lee right now, who's trying his best, because he knows that at the end of the day, if he doesn't come through, if he's not victorious, he can never again challenge for the North American Championship.
as long as Obafemi is champion.
Can't count Wesley out. You better not count Wesley out. You better not sleep on Wesley because he will pull something out.
I don't sleep on Wesley, but I'm going to ask you again. When you take a look at Obafemi, do you see a kink in the armor of the champion? I mean, Wesley can't even get thrown across the ring without his body giving out.
We talked about becoming champion. You know, how having that championship make you about 30% better. Having, like I say, that cloak of invincibility.
Oh, no, Booker. Wesley's
Oh,
trapped.
here we go.
Lee's trapped. He can't get his right leg out.
This is it.
And Femi measuring with Lee in his sights, and Lee just got out of the way. Or that would have been absolutely disastrous. And Lee now taking it to the champion.
Femi's head just bounced off the steel right there, Vic. I don't know if you heard that.
Get him over. Can he get Femi over? Lee trying, and Oba overmatching, overpowering, and goes over the top.
Oh, Wesley's going into his trick bag, Vic.
Oh!
God!
I hate to say it, but that bag just got slapped shut.
Like a fly swatter, man.
Listen to this, listen.
Where's it going?
And again, the official, but again, there's no quit in Wesley, who maybe has become overly obsessed with the North American Championship, which is something that the champion suggested on Tuesday. And this is just the start of NXT Heatwave. I don't really know how much is behind those punches. I mean, Booker, another backbreaker to Wesley, and Lee now just literally getting stretched.
I mean, you got to be impressed with Obafemi. I mean, the kid is pretty much new to the game, but his in-ring prowess is definitely second to none.
Wesley trying to hang on, trying to fight, trying to do anything he can to get back into this matchup because it has been one-sided except for a little bit of a flurry to start from Lee.
God, man.
Into the cover, will it finally be over? And Lee kicked out.
No, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. I mean, it's time. Time is ticking, Vic.
What a way to kick off NXT Heatwave. NXT's North American Championship is on the line. The first of 5 championship matches here tonight to cap off Money in the Bank weekend in Toronto. But it's all on the line for Wesley. And you can see right now, his palms are sweaty, his knees, they're weak, his arms, they're heavy. You know he's been nervous all week long, but on the surface, Booker, he looks calm, he looks ready. But if you're Wesley right now, you gotta stop dropping bombs. You gotta start throwing rights because this might be your final moment.
You ain't lying, Vic.
Lee's got to get that second and third win right now. Lee, 2 kicks right under the jaw. The knee rocked Obafemi as well. Femi, for the first time tonight, is stunned. He's down to a knee, and here comes the rights. Here comes the lefts. Wesley's got to let it all out right now.
We talked about Wesley earlier, and you said one thing, Vic, is hard, Vic. The one thing about Wesley, he has the biggest heart, perhaps here in NXT, and like I say, is perhaps the greatest North American champion of all time, and he's got to prove it here tonight against this one man because he has one shot at it. Oh, yes, man.
He does. Tornado DDT into the cover to become a 2-time.
So close.
Femi for right now. Femi is in a position he has not found himself in very often. Wesley, though, has been in this position. That deep water, Booker, that you always talk about.
We've never seen Wesley have to dig this deep, Vic. This is a little different in my estimations.
And Lee charging right out. A little bit of a dive with a forearm. Lee trying to do it all. What'd you say he had to do earlier, go into his bag of tricks?
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. He got to get that sledgehammer. Oh, here we go.
He's using his body as a human sledgehammer, as a battering ram of sorts. And I don't like the look in Wesley's eyes. Lee getting Femi back into the ring. The only place Lee can win the championship inside the squared circle. Lee looking to fly. The Meteor got caught. Countered. Femi overpowering Lee. And now Lee this time able to counter.
is unbelievable.
Both superstars shining bright here on this Sunday premium live event.
Huge appreciation from the crowd here. Hell of a matchup here, Vic.
Femi got caught one more time. And Wes Lee now is starting to get a little bit of momentum. Wes Lee right now is not taking his eyes off Obafemi. Wes Lee is blocking out the pain. And this time to the back. Meteora connects.
Gonna have to land another big shot.
He knows it, though.
Maybe another after that.
He knows it. And Lee now feeling the effects of all those backbreakers, of that surgically repaired back. But he's blocking it out. Damn the pain, but what an uppercut.
Every time.
Oh my, he's out.
Whoa!
I don't know how Wes Lee was able to kick out. Look at his body just buckle over quickly into that count and just getting that left shoulder up.
Femi capitalized off that just a loose like buckle from Wes Lee on that top rope.
Going through the mind right now of Obafemi.
Look at Obafemi. He still looks so fresh, Vic. He still looks like he can go all night long in this ring, man.
This man is an absolute monster. And now what the hell's Femi thinking?
Oh, what are you thinking?
We've seen Obafemi throw Wes Lee. We've seen him try to toss him. Lee trying to fight back. Both superstars up high. It's that big risk. Lee got caught. Powerbomb didn't connect.
Wow.
Lee was able to reverse it, countered in some sort of X factor. Now picking up some momentum. Cardiac kick from the Cardiac King.
Gotta be
To
kidding.
do it for the second time.
What?
Oh. Pow. Pow.
I thought that was champagne wishes and caviar dreams. I thought it was over, man.
I don't necessarily know if he got all the cardiac kick that he wanted, but what I do know is Lee is putting his heart on the line. And now he's putting it all on the line, Book.
Up top, he's in his wheelhouse.
Lee can...
Oh, yes. Whoa.
Holy crap, he did it!
What the?
Nice counter again by Wes Lee. Femi charging in. Both superstars up and over.
No, Wes Lee escaped that for a second.
Well, you better watch yourself right now. Oba getting dangerously close. Wes Lee, I've seen that look in his eye. Lee again just gets caught. Oh!
God, man. Devastating shoulder breaker.
And Obafemi has had a counter for everything, and it's been because of pure, unbridled power. I'm at a loss for Wes Lee right now because this man just keeps coming and coming and coming and coming. He won't stop. Double stomp to the spine. But look at Obafemi. Same can be said for the champion.
You know, Wes Lee is fighting like...
Get him again, Wes! Get him again!
Hit this one shot.
Cardiac!
Oh, no. It looked like his back may have gave way a little bit.
Well, if it didn't then, he's got to stay in it now, right to the body. This is that moment we talked about, Booker, for Wes Lee, swinging for the fences. Looking for that cardiac kick for the second time. Got caught one more time, and then again, just gets obliterated.
Man.
I don't know how Obafemi still has this sort of strength in his body.
Look like he's liking this, Vic. Look like he's loving this.
Oh!
Oh!
And for Femi, he just crushed the spirit and the soul of Wes Lee.
Here is your winner and still the NXT North American Champion, Obafemi.
The champion knows that he was in for a fight tonight.
Imagine WrestleMania someday at Oba's Palace. Sign me up.
It could very well happen. This is a man who has never lost a triple threat match. He won last year under these rules to retain a title. He won the NXT championship under triple threat rules. He is not phased at all.
Only 3 things to say about this man, Oba Femi. No bread, no water, just me. Are you hungry?
Starving, Booker, starving and ready for battle in our main event. It is NXT title time in Sin City.
Who walks out with the gold? Let's go up to our ring announcer, Mike Rome.
The following contest is a triple threat match for the NXT Championship. Introducing the challengers. First, from Columbia, South Carolina, weighing in at 240 pounds, Trick Williams.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Next, from Greensboro, North Carolina, weighing in at 180 pounds, Javon Evans. And their opponents from Lagos, Nigeria, weighing in at 310 pounds, he is the NXT champion, Oba Femi.
Again, triple threat rules. Much like the women's championship match, Oba does not have to be factored in the decision to lose the NXT championship. That's what it's about, the NXT title. One man will have his hand held high. It gets no bigger than this here in NXT, the main event of Stand and Deliver.
Here we go.
Oh! Well, look, Javon Evans got the better part of both these. Oh! He was looking for that cutter, and the cutter got caught. Oba.
Look at the
Can't get his hands. Look at this, yeah.
Cat-like agility from Javon Evans off of the opening bell. This is Javon's bread and butter. This is what he's going to have to stick to, using his speed and taking to the skies.
And this got mowed down by Oba from the SEC to NXT. Booker, he's been nothing short of dominant.
Not just that, Oba Femi is so comfortable in these type of matches, in these type of situations. Every time we've seen him, he seemed to come out on top.
Little assist there from Trick Williams for Javon Evans. And now there's Trick looking at Evans. Trick said Evans doesn't belong in this matchup. This match, the business for the NXT title surrounded Trick Williams and Oba Femi.
And that's the exact kind of mentality that could cost Trick Williams big time.
Whoa! Wow! Damn!
Anything you can do,
Wow!
do better, but damn, did you just see Trick do that?
I sure did.
That boy bouncy, flying right in, going up, going around, and another near fall. What a night this has been. Looking for that bookend to his counter, though. And
Kid's good, man. This kid is so good.
Whoa! He countered the uppercut into a backslide. Title's on the line, and then able to get out. And again, that's the danger for Oba Femi, who's on the outside. Oh, big right hand from Evans, and my God.
Wow.
Same idea, and this has been fast, Booker, out the gate. And Corey, this has been very quick.
Extremely quick, which benefits Javon Evans. And if you're still not a believer in the abilities of Javon Evans, you know, you should ask Randy Orton, the man who Evans took to the limit earlier this year. unbelievable athleticism possessed by this young man.
Really help it also maybe gain the confidence for Javon to say he is championship ready.
Baby.
There's that power.
Baby.
The destroyer, the champion.
Unbelievable, man.
I mean, great. Who the hell?
Superhuman.
Graves, who the hell can you compare Obafemi to?
I don't know if it would be fair to compare Obafemi to anybody. This sort of power, this sort of dominance is special.
And Booker, now Oba just using Javon as a weapon and then dropping with that Papa Shango-esque shoulder breaker.
I mean, Obafemi want to prove here, stand to deliver, that he is truly the ruler. He's truly the man, the NXT champion, and right now, he's doing a hell of a job.
And right
No
now,
way.
this is unfamiliar territory.
Think about
for
Trick's
Trick.
size.
That's
Trick 250, 260 pounds, right into the gut buster, into the cover. Near fall for Oba. Oba's been so dominant in these matches throughout his career.
Right now, he's looking so comfortable in this moment.
And if you look at the facts of this matchup, Trick Williams firmly believes Javon Evans has no business being here. Trick Williams believes this is his destiny, not to steal something from
Trick
Oba.
Williams can believe whatever the hell he wants. Trick can believe that the earth is flat, that up is down. The fact is, the reality is, Javon Evans is in this match. And Javon Evans could prevent Trick from becoming NXT champion again.
Oba turning around, but right at the right time.
Good shot there by the young OG.
Marking the spot, and look at Javon.
That's 4 times I dropped your ass. You better watch your dumb ass.
I love it. I love the confidence of Javon Evans.
Oh, you see that? Shut up with grown folks talking.
Well, Trick talking right now to Javon and hoisting up Evans. It's so personal for all three of these men into the cover because it's all about the NXT Championship, and you touched on this, Graves. History could be made in this main event. Trick Williams could become the only man to hold, or excuse me, the second man to hold the NXT title 3 times. That in itself is special, but for Javon Evans, he can be the youngest.
That's an incredible feat, and that's the opportunity at hand for not only in this matchup, but all day, all night. Stand and deliver through the end of WrestleMania Sunday. It's all a chance to capture the imagination of the whole world, because this is what everyone's watching.
Oh, wow! Ducked!
Crash and burn!
Hurricane Rana, shoulders down, and a
Wow.
near fall. I mean, the athleticism Trick showing right now is something we haven't seen from him. It's like a new side, a new layer of the onion for the former champion.
I mean, it's not about friendships or anything like that. It's not about the fans. In this moment
cover.
right now,
Look
it's
at the
about
leg, trying to become, as I mentioned, only the second man to hold the NXT title 3 times.
It's about me, man. It's a selfish business. And if Trick Williams is going to understand that, he needs to go out there and put the hammer down and try to win this match.
Well, that chop from Femi had to feel like a sledgehammer to the heart of Trick
jiving.
Williams. My goodness. But every one of each one of these men should, and I guarantee do, have the aspirations to next year headline WrestleMania. That's what this is all about. This is all a step in that direction to greatness, to becoming an icon, to becoming immortal.
We take a look at tonight's WrestleMania main event. Seth Rollins, the first ever NXT champion. Big right hand coming right back in. Jumping neck breaker, just caught the champion. Trick Williams has been under the pressure of this main event before here on this stage. Javon Evans hasn't. And
Yeah, it's like that. Yeah.
a little, again, trying to one-up it. Oh! I don't know if Evans beat on Trick. Trick dropped Evans into the cover. I didn't know who got the worst of that exchange.
I have no idea what that even was.
That was Demolition Derby using human
the
bodies.
air.
That was a car crash, man. It definitely was a car crash. Right now, Obafemi's is up, and he's still got a lot left in the tank, man. Just look the way he walked, man. You can tell by where a man's walk.
You know, you take a look at everything that's transpired throughout the night, all the growth for all these individuals. Javon Evans, a year from his debut, is in the main event. Trick Williams, as I mentioned, in a very short period of time, 2 NXT championships. And then you're talking about Obafemi, as I said, SEC to NXT in a blink of an eye. He's dominated this entire brand.
Tell you something, you want to look at this kid as a rookie, but I'm gonna tell you, his rookie years are behind him. He's a very, very mature young man that's looking to cash in on his first championship. That's what I'm seeing.
Evans trying to muscle Williams up to a more favorable position.
That trick size may have played a factor in there. Oh, talk about size.
No.
Talk about power.
No.
And no!
Femi launched into the apron, but keep your eyes on Trick Williams making his way to the top
What is he
turnbuckle.
thinking?
He's thinking about the NXT title.
And wiping out the field. There's been a different look in that man's eyes for some time, Booker.
You know, sometimes you finally get to that point where almost like a light bulb goes off and it becomes about something totally different.
Holy crap!
Oh my God!
Effing serious! Did you see that? Javon Evans just did a moonsault off the bottom rope after getting thrown into the ring to take control of this matchup and possibly become the NXT champion.
The young OG getting bouncy. This is exactly what Evans wants to get done.
There
Look
we
at
go.
this. Double stomp.
Evans not wasting any time. The money's in the meter. Started from scratch to make us all believers, and he can do it here tonight in this main event. Why doubt this man anymore?
Who's doubting Javon aside from Obafemi and Trick Williams? Sounds to me like Team Oval believes.
No one can say that man is an underdog. Javon Evans has been dropping these two for the last few weeks and now slugging it out. Femi.
And I love
Trick.
this strategy from Javon. Stick and move.
And flies through the air. There was no whisper. That was as loud as
He got
it
all of it.
Cover for the title. And kicking out. And look at Javon Evans, so wise, into another cover. This time on Oba, another near fall. Wow, what? I mean, we're sitting here almost out of breath. What the hell's going on with these three in the
Don't
ring?
waste too much time, young man. Don't waste too much time. You want to admire your work. Beautiful there, but you got to add one more big shot if you're going to walk away with that NXT championship. Oh, man.
Wait. Javon Evans had Obafemi off of his feet for a moment.
Oh, but now Trick Williams did what Javon tried to do with that body slam. Well, no love lost between. I mean, is Trick right to be upset that Evans is in this match? At this point, it doesn't matter. Should it?
Listen, I'm as big a fan of Trick Williams as you're going to find, but Javon Evans absolutely belongs in this matchup, in this circumstance, because Evans has earned it. So is Trick, but Trick needs to figure out how to get the job done.
Oh, Obafemi, the NXT champion, hoisted up Trick. And whoa, Trick just grabbed onto Javon.
Oh, no. Oh, good God. This is not going to end well. Oh, God.
Have either of you two ever seen anything like that?
No.
Let's take another look for all of our sake. Off the shoulders of the ruler. Double stacked superplex. Evans getting the worst of the exchange. Trick Williams able to recover for the moment.
And that is why what you just witnessed, what we said earlier, stands out, that there's a different standard in NXT. These are things these guys are doing that you wouldn't even do 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years into the business.
This is passion personified. This is about being the best tonight and forever.
Pop-up punch connect, big right hand from Oba. Charging right in with a pump kick is Trick. Javon Evans got caught swing, and he definitely connected with Oba. Big uppercut from Trick. Oba coming back in, hoisting up one of his challengers. Super kick from Javon.
What an action.
German suplex from Trick.
Oh, baby.
Oh, my word. Double spine buster.
Behold the wrath of the ruler.
Talking about superhuman strength, this young man.
And that's why, again, these three, everyone in NXT gets held to a different standard. It's excellence, and it's great what you said, setting the bar this weekend. Evans to make history. Javon from behind just rolled up Trick. Ooh, almost lost history was Javon Evans, but this matchup continues. He just went over Oba to drop Trick.
Red dot between the eyes. Javon now with a singular focus, trying to solve the ruler.
There's been a riddle for everyone. Javon right now trying to look around to make a wise decision because a little slip could be a costly mistake.
Take your best shot. You may only get one.
Go for broke! Splash!
No, he got caught. He got caught.
Oh, Booker, you had the angle. You saw it. Obafemi made Javon Evans believe. But that belief may be going out the... Cutter! 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 Cover! Cover! Cover!
You gotta be kidding.
Oh, man. Woo! Javon, though. Springboard, looking again. It got caught. Overpowered by Oba. Turn it around. That was like sliced bread for a slice of history. Oh. Gotta keep going, though. Got to keep going.
Evans continues to apply pressure to the NXT champion.
Oh!
One hitter, quit.
Goodbye.
Wow.
Trick!
Trick dragging Oba out of the ring.
No!
Trick preserving his own opportunity, but may have had his back broken.
Steel met spine.
No, Javon, you can't do it.
Hoist up. Yes, he can!
Damn it, young man.
Yes, he did! You gotta risk it all for immortality!
He's gonna do it.
He's gonna do it. He's gonna do it, damn it. Oh, yeah.
Oh! I don't know how Oba was able to, and that goes to the fortitude of
And I'm
Obafemi.
concerned. Look at the face of Evans as we look once again at the cutter from the top. I fear for Javon that fear.
What is that?
Trick Williams just ripped the referee. There's no disqualification, as we know, in a triple threat match.
Good on you, Trick. Win by any means necessary.
I like
Williams
it.
doesn't care what he's got to do.
Here
He
comes
was down
Javon.
because I think, to your point, Corey, Javon thought the same thing. Maybe what do I have to do? Trick might have just realized if he didn't take out the ref, his championship dreams were going down the drain.
Desperation started kicking in. I think doubt started to creep into the mind of the young OG.
Back in looking for that fall from grace power bomb. Evans having a counter all the way to the outside. What a match. What a main event. And we are setting the bar like we always do here at NXT.
What a fight, guys. What a hell of a fight. Taking it to the street, taking it to the limit right now.
You can say that again.
Obafemi is not human. I don't know what this man is made of, but he may be bulletproof.
You talking about being bulletproof? Trick Williams just snapped back like a rubber band. That was a rock bottom through the table.
Trick surveying the scene, trying to figure out the best path to take.
Corey, Trick took out the ref. Trick took out the referee. He doesn't even have someone to count the three because of his actions.
And Trick's only got himself to blame. Trick shot!
That is, but
Trick shot!
taking out the ref cost him.
Get in
The
there!
He
referee.
cost himself the title. Oba now. Referee trying to count. Oba pulling back. Hey, the referee just kicked off Femi.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
This is...
Wow.
I give credit to Dallas Irvin. This isn't the NBA. It's not the NFL. Our officials do what needs to be done. He kicked off Obafemi because he's not going to be manhandled. He's taking control. He wants a winner. We need a champion. It's the main event, damn it.
God, the people are loving it. The people are totally into this matchup. Like I say, this is a fight.
And now it's not really kind of, I could be wrong here. You two competed in the ring. Right now, to me, this is not about who has more skill. It's about who has more will to pull themselves off the mat.
100%. This is where the intangibles count. This is where the greats separate themselves from the rest of the herd. You've got Obafemi, the ruler. Wait a minute!
He did it again.
He got them both!
He did it again.
Javon got them both!
You gotta go, Evans.
Do it, Javon!
Double cutter, going to the top for his grandmother.
Do it, kid!
He got it.
He's gonna do
He
it!
hit it. Trick shot. Trick shot. Oba the Destroyer with another fall from grace, sit-down style. It's Oba Femi, who is still the NXT champion. Here is your winner, and still the NXT champion, Oba Femi! Congratulations to Oba, but take nothing away from Trick Williams or Javon Evans.
Congratulations to all three of these men for putting on a hell of a main event on NXT's biggest stage. Stand and deliver another reign-defining effort for the ruler, Oba Femi.
What a night, what a fight.
Say that again, and as we try to catch our breath, let's go back to some of this unbelievable moments in this unbelievable triple threat main event.
What this does is make me excited for the future of Javon Evans, for the future of Trick Williams, and yes, for the future of Oba Femi. This matchup lived up to the hype and then some. It fit right in on WrestleMania weekend. Amongst all of the controversy, these three men left it all in the ring for the right, for the honor of being called NXT champion. A fall from grace for Trick Williams and a thunderous, earth-shaking sit-out powerbomb by Oba. And still.
Unbelievable main event. There you see Trick Williams, who gave a valiant effort. So did Javon Evans.
Belong to Oba.
Through the smoke is a man looking to reclaim his gold.
Oh yeah, man. He's fully rested, dog. 100% ready for this moment. And you know what I say? You know what I say? No bread, no water, just meat tonight, dog.
And Book, have you ever been around someone who has asserted dominance since day one, like this man, Oba Femi?
2023 breakout tournament winner to go on to become the North American champion, to go on to become the NXT champion, the longest reigning NXT champion at 273 days. Oh yes, man.
NXT North American champion, longest reign.
That is.
I just wanted to make sure, because I don't want social media to yell at you.
This is the revolution.
The electricity in here is unreal. What a way to kick off the night. And as we talk about the dominance of the challenger, let's talk about the champion, Book. Do you think the champion's ambition, the ambition he has had, the ambition he has talked about since his arrival, threatens Oba Femi's legacy? Because there's the man that beat Oba Femi.
That's a huge word right there, but let me tell you something. This man right here, Ricky Saints, he came in with one intention on his mind, and that was Texas Championship. capturing gold, big gold, North American champion, and now NXT champion. Question is, can he beat the man twice? I don't know, dog.
Saints beat Femi for the championship at No Mercy. Challenger does not look very
Look at the
impressed.
eyes. The eyes never lie, G-Dog.
Yeah, but listen to the NXT Universe for our champion as we get set to kick things off tonight. We go up to our ring announcer for the evening, Mike Rome.
The following contest, scheduled for one fall, is for the NXT Championship! Introducing the challenger from Lagos, Nigeria, weighing in at 310 pounds, Oba Femi! And his opponents from New Orleans, Louisiana, weighing in at 210 pounds, he is the NXT Champion, Ricky Saints!
You know, and I ask you that about ambition, Booker, because it was Saints whose revolution overthrew the ruler at No Mercy. Both these men have worn the same gold. You ran through the list of it. Both, though, pulled no punches in New York City. Only one will head into the new year as champion.
Totally different now, though, man. I'm gonna tell you, catching that champion at the right time, you always on call like you're a doctor with a stethoscope when you're the champ. And at that time, Oba Femi had been run hard, man. Let's see what happens tonight.
Look at the atmosphere that
Wait a
this
minute,
is.
that's not gonna work.
Last NXT Premium Live event in San Antonio, it was a glorious night. Bobby Roode won this very championship, the NXT title, by defeating Shinsuke Nakamura. And he didn't like the early strategy. And look, Oba Femi's giving him the leg.
Look,
Oba Femi's saying, try it again.
You're not gonna shoot a single on Oba Femi right out the gate. I mean, it's not gonna happen.
A little bit of a cat and mouse game between the champion and the challenger. First time the NXT title has opened an NXT Premium Live event, as we mentioned, and what a way to kick off the final Premium Live event of the year as Saints getting the early control.
I don't like this strategy by Saints right now, trying to keep Oba close to the body. This guy's too big. He's too strong for this right now. And like I say, this is a bad idea.
Okay, so let's break it down then. This is going to be a two-parter here, Book. You ready? How does Saints retain, and how does Oba reclaim?
I mean, Saints is going to have to go out there and will, determination, heart, intestinal fortitude, all of that is going to have to come into play. But Oba Femi, he just have to do what Oba Femi does, and let's go out there and rule in the middle of that square circle, that 20 by 20 man.
We talk about the title. How about this? We found out last night on SmackDown that the winner of this matchup will face the undisputed WWE champion, Cody Rhodes, Saturday night's main event next Saturday. I mean, that's huge for this brand and its representation as we get a backbreaker from the challenger.
Huge, but you got to give it up for Cody Rhodes going out there and thinking about the young guys just like John Cena's doing it this time. John Cena's handprint is on this show here tonight.
Yep.
Give it up for John Cena.
It certainly is, and it's going to be a huge opportunity. And can you imagine if whoever wins this matchup heads to the nation's capital, and then I'm not even saying defeats Cody Rhodes, but is able to hang with Cody Rhodes.
It's all about opportunity. Getting that opportunity from a veteran, a guy that's been in the game like Cody Rhodes had been. He's done it all, man. He's the champ. He's the champ. Let's go, champ.
And now we're seeing that power of Oba Femi coming into display. Huge night still.
Oh, yes.
And going right back to the body.
See that?
Goes Oba.
Nice uppercut right there. Oba's taking his time here tonight, too. He's not rushing anything right now. You can see he just, wait a minute, little pose down. Oh, little pectoral action.
Well, he's not going to get a championship for flexing his pecs, Book. He's got to get the job done. He has to defeat Ricky Saints for the count of 3 or make him tap as we get a little snake eyes.
Show business. The people want to see it. The people want to see Oba Femi go out there and dance. Listen to the paper.
It's almost as if you're piped into the NXT universe here tonight, and they heard you almost right on cue as Saints really trying to fight at this juncture to get out of the gates of this matchup.
Listen to the people. They're behind Ricky. They like Ricky.
Oba. Oh, nice counter by Ricky Saints. Saints now. Nice. And now how about this strategy? He went to the legs to begin, but now he's going to the upper body. He's trying to take away one of the arms, some of the strength of the much more powerful
Like I
challenger.
say, he's trying to go toe-to-toe with Obafemi, and like I say, for me, I'd rather see Ricky Saints stay on his bicycle.
Hey, how about
but
that
right
dance?
now, he's showboating. He's showboating.
That's what you just said it's all about.
I just
People
said-
wanted to
look,
see Oba dance. They're looking at
yeah.
Ricky dance and pose.
Did I say it was a bad thing? Did I say it was a bad thing?
Sometimes I don't know which way you're going to go. Nice counter from Obafemi. Sliding right through underneath goes Ricky Saints. Saints back up, looking for the drop toe hold
exactly what I'm
counter.
talking
Too much
about.
power from Oba. Now just chopping down the challenger. Stiff kick to the spine, taking out the arm. And Saints is beating down Obafemi.
You know what I always say, Vic, right? Preparation. Preparation is the only luck you're going to have, and you can tell that Ricky Saints has prepared for everything he could possibly prepare for in this match for Obafemi.
And let's go back. Saints made it clear he has believed in himself
You know what?
since his arrival. There is no self-doubt. Oh,
You know what?
there
You know
may
what?
be some now.
To add to that, Ricky Saints is the only person that has believed in him. No one else. I don't think he believed in him. No, I'm talking about as far as reaching that pinnacle.
Why wouldn't I believe in him? I've seen the potential. I'm a big fan of Ricky Saints. When Ricky Saints came,
It's not your job. It's not your job, Vic.
was not my job.
It's not your job to care about it.
We're
It's
going
called action.
to remember
Beautiful.
this a little bit
Beautiful.
later on tonight. Drop kick cover, hook of the leg to retain, and a kick out. And again, the winner of this matchup doesn't only win the NXT Championship, in Ricky's case, retaining the championship, would also be a date with Cody Rhodes
That's
in
not
1
what it
week.
is. It's not a date. It's an opportunity of a lifetime. It's what it is, Vic.
And it's all about the NXT Championship. When Saints first made his interest known in that very title, he did not come quietly, if you remember, Booker. He confronted Obafemi. How many men can say that? Even you have to respect the fact that Ricky Saints walked right up to Oba and said, I'm coming for that title.
But I give this kid a lot of respect. I mean, for going up there and doing that. But let me tell you something. Was it a wise choice to go out there and rile this man up, this monster, this beast? Oh, no. Here we go. We're going for the ride, son.
Well, when he originally did it, he was able to defeat Oba to win the title. Right now, though, different story. Hoisted high above. The elbows locked and a long drop
Man.
for Saints. And just like that, Oba turns this matchup around. You know, also I talk about Saints, not only, he didn't just win the title, he stripped Obafemi of his power. How big of a blow is that to someone like
I
Oba?
say, now, look, timing is everything. Ricky Saints just happened to catch Oba at the right time. Not saying that he can't go out there and do it again, but to do it twice. Look here. I take my hat off. You know what? I get Ricky Saints my crown if he can do it twice. But I don't think he can.
Well, I want to ask you this then. Is that why Oba disappeared after No Mercy?
Look,
Is that why Oba went away?
look,
You told me earlier this year you don't run. You questioned Javon Evans for running away, not showing up. What about Obafemi?
What they say when they land on the move? Huh? What they say? Huh?
Wasn't alive. So you tell me what they said.
One step is a giant leap or something like that. Sometimes you got to
You
take
don't even know?
Sometimes you got to take a step back.
Forget
Take a
the
step
leap.
forward, just like that right there.
Forget-
That's what I'm talking about.
Forget the leap. How about the toss?
Look, Obafemi, he just press slammed Ricky Saints.
Into the cover. Wait a minute. Into the cover for the title. And a kick out.
And he did it when that tells me that Obafemi has been in the gym. He's been training. He's ready for this moment. And the thing is, it's not just about the title. It's about the reckoning, son.
Well, look, for Obafemi, he went back to his Alabama track and field days moments ago and just tossed Ricky Saints
You saw
like a
it?
shot put.
You saw it? Oh, muscle. This guy right here. Look here. Ricky Saints is in a whole lot of trouble here tonight.
Going right to the body is Oba, and Oba now just beating down the
Oh,
champion.
yes.
And look,
Oh, yes.
I'll say
Oh,
it.
yes. That's that right hand. That's that left hand. That's that right hand. Boom, shakalaka.
This is an NBA Jam, Booker. This is the NXT Championship match. As Obafemi, though, is applying the pressure. And I will say this, and I will agree with you. Obafemi is a man that is powered by discipline.
I think so. Obafemi, like I say, since day one, 2023, breakout tournament winner, getting a few push-ups in right there for the people. This guy's thinking about one thing, and that's the next level. I'm talking about main roster. I'm talking about legacy. I'm talking about history. I'm talking about Hall of Fame. That's what this man is thinking about.
Obafemi called Saints and this is a quote, this isn't something I said, Book, this is something Oba said about the champion as he's wearing down
What did he say?
Saints.
He's a fly-by-night? He's here today? He's gone
Are you
tomorrow?
gonna let me
Is
give the
that what
quote?
he said? I was just wondering what that is.
He called Saints a little man and vowed to take it all away here tonight.
I wouldn't necessarily say he's You know, little man as far as in stature, he's not as big as Oba, but this guy got a lot of heart. You got to give him. This kid from New Orleans. Trust me, it's a hard road to hoe in New Orleans. Trust me on that.
And as we're talking about this matchup, and we talk about Cody Rhodes, who awaits the winner next Saturday, as we get it covered by the challenger to have the gold for the second time, as the NXT Universe now is letting their voice heard into another cover and a kick out. Another kick out for the champion.
Man.
And Oba now.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
But the winner will immediately have to turn their attention to our main event. Who will be the men's Iron Survivor Challenge winner? Who will get that NXT title match on New Year's Eve? But look at Ricky Saints standing in the face of Obafemi, not backing down, saying, bring me the fight.
No, Ricky Saints right now, he's biting down on his mouthpiece. He's going to go in here, and he come to fight tonight. I love it, man.
He certainly is, and Saints now charging in. Target acquired. Saints earlier tried to walk the tightrope, tried to bless Obafemi. Will the second time be the charm?
Whoa!
In a unique way, Hurricane Rana, spear! Femi's rocked!
Got all of it.
Femi's down!
Got all of it.
And
Whoa!
almost did it for the second time, Book.
Wait a minute.
Feel the impact. First the Hurricane Rana, and then Ricky Saints switching gears. Bang! For a near fall.
Well, you go back to Obafemi taking that time off. They also say time off could be your worst enemy. You never want to take yourself out of the game because it's no replication for being in the middle of that square circle. There's no way you can train cardio if you're not inside that square circle, and that might be what gets Ricky Saints over the finish line here tonight.
Oh, Obafemi maybe looking for...
Oh, baby.
Oh, right. Ooh. Able to block for a moment. Up goes. Saints able to counter, land on his feet. Big forearm under the jaw by the challenger. Champion right now. Wheeling right around, answering back with a clothesline. Oba bouncing back and got caught with a stunner. And can we have a stunning conclusion?
Oh, baby. Whoa. That was so close.
Near
You can
fall.
tell Obafemi right now, that time off is messing with him a little bit.
Caught out of nowhere. Hit that stunner. Near fall, and Ricky right now is really pulling out all the stops, and now looking for a submission, looking for a guillotine. How about this strategy, Booker, late in the game?
I like it right now, trying to suck all the oxygen out of Obafemi, all of that muscle, the lactic acid has to be building up late here in this matchup.
You can feel the groundswell here in San Antonio. Saints trying to hold on, trying to get Oba back down, but Oba has solved half of the equation, getting back to a vertical base.
Took a lot of pressure off himself right now. If he could just get to the ropes, break this hold, everything will be all right. But right now,
Oba's fading.
wait a minute.
The ruler is fading.
You gotta be kidding me.
Saints is even doing a better job of trying to lock his legs around with a body scissors. Obafemi, we have never seen Femi in a position like this.
Might get that lock because Oba's torso is quite large, man.
Might be emptying the tank right now is Obafemi. The challenger rising back up. Can he create some separation between
you gotta be kidding me. Wow.
That's certainly one way to do it, but the damage is done. Look at Obafemi, flat on his back. We haven't seen that quite often since his arrival back in the spring of 2023.
Like I said, time off the legs, man. The legs are the first to go, but right now Oba trying to mount something. But you can see it right now. He's laboring. Obafemi's laboring right now, man.
He certainly is. He might have telegraphed that just a little bit because Ricky Saints ain't new to the game. Saints right now.
Oh, yes.
The line, forearm right into the challenger. Challenger drop. Challenger rock. Challenger book. The challenger may be out.
Doesn't matter. Win by count on it. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter for Ricky. He's the champion. Listen to the ref.
You don't have to win it, Vic. You just don't have to lose it.
Oh, I'm trying to listen to the count. Referee's at 7. Oba just starting to move. Referee's at 8. Oba's only got 2 seconds at 9. Can he beat the count? And Oba just able to get there and then gets dropped. Saints into the cover to retain his title tonight.
What a game.
Not quite.
What a game plan
yet.
by Ricky Saints. I must give him that.
You know, but you can talk about the game plan. Look at the face of the champion. You got to start wondering, doubt settling in. Is now at frustration. What does Ricky Saints have to do? Bam! A famouser of sorts, still not enough to put the ruler down.
Like I say, time off could be your worst enemy. Like the best thing Ricky Saints going for him, he's been in the action. He's had no days off since winning that championship. That's the best thing he's got going for him right here at this moment.
I don't know if this starts breaking down into a slugfest if I would favor the champion. I'd probably favor the challenger, but Ricky Saints is unlike any champion we've had in recent memory. He's got a heart as big as the state of Texas, but he just got caught with a lariat. Back up, back down. Obafemi, now the challenger's starting to feel it. Oh my, that was a skillet across the chest and a clubbing blow across the back. And Obafemi now.
Oba's unloading.
Oh no!
Oh, wow!
Locomotive driving through the body of Saints. You talk about Spring Breakin's debut less than 3 years ago for Obafemi. You're talking about a stand and deliver main eventer, a North American champion, an Iron Survivor just last year. But he's never defeated Ricky Saints, who might have just outsmarted him again in another near fall. What a counter that was.
Close. Ricky Saints right now is pulling out all the stops. I mean, Obafemi just unloaded a fuselage, and right now Ricky Saints is still under. Hold on.
What?
That's it. Oh, we got a new champ. We got a new champ.
And not quite yet. That right shoulder just off the mat. But you talk about unbridled power. Yoking up a man from the ground like Obafemi just did. Unreal. And you start to wonder what's going through the mind of these two men, because Oba knows just how dominant he was as champion, as you mentioned, over 260 days. Ricky Saints, though, is the one who dethroned the ruler. And Ricky Saints, the one who just got out of the way. Into the post goes Oba. Oba again, rocked in Saints. Like a rubber band snapping back in this match.
Like I said, I'm looking at Obafemi's. Oh, wait a minute. Just landed a big shot right there. But I'm still looking at Obafemi's posture, man. And it doesn't look great to me right now, Vic.
Obafemi, though, rocked, and Obafemi, no! Well, if you didn't like his posture before, Booker, what are you going to think about it now?
I'm talking about, man, Ricky Saints has a game plan, and right now he's executing that game plan.
And I think I got to agree with you. A DDT with a guardrail assist onto the steel steps. And the referee doing his job, coming out to check on the challenger. Remember, it wasn't just one DDT. It was 4 DDTs that took Oba out at no mercy.
Saints struggling to get Oba in the middle of that ring.
But Saints got him back, because Saints doesn't want to count out. Ricky Saints wants to win this match in the ring. Bam!
Oh, yeah!
Exclamation point!
You gotta be kidding.
To retain
Two times.
What? I was getting ready to talk about an absolute statement.
Talking about Ricky Saints is questioning himself right now. Can he get the job done, Vic?
NXT Universe can't believe NXT Universe right now standing for this match, our first night, and look at the power.
You gotta be kidding me.
Looking for Rochambeau. Oba was able to counter, charging back in, fall from grace, and just like that, Oba champion.
Whoa! 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 We gotta get him.
What is it gonna take? And this is how, Book, we're kicking off Deadline.
I thought that was a 3 count, Vic. So close, so
Obafemi,
close.
though, back up. Saints up as well. Challenger, champion, staring a hole in one another. A second time. Fall from grace. Sit down style.
I love it.
Femi reclaims the title.
Here's your winner and the new NXT champion, Obafemi.
Throne reclaimed.
Obafemi won the NXT title for the first time at this event last year. But Booker, we can joke around, we can disagree, we can have fun. I think we both can agree. Obafemi is not the same man right now that he was a year ago in Los Angeles.
Well, let me tell you something. This guy right here, no bread, no water, just meat. He's definitely a guy that's looking to claim his stake, not just here in NXT, but in this business. This guy, like I said, he's a generational talent. I'm talking about he could have came through the 70s, 80s, 90s, here in the 2000s, and he's here to stay.
Well, let's go up to our ring announcer, Mike Rome.
The following contest scheduled for one fall is for the NXT Championship. Introducing first, the challenger from Bradford, England, weighing in at 198 pounds. He is the TNA X Division Champion, Leon Slater! And his opponent from Lagos, Nigeria, weighing in at 310 pounds, he is the NXT Champion, Obafemi!
It's all about the NXT Championship. Many here inside the Performance Center standing, because it's not only about this championship, it's about history. Leon Slater looking to bring the biggest prize on this brand to his company, TNA. The Hardys, the only TNA wrestlers to wear NXT gold. SmackDown's Trick Williams, our women's champion JC Jane, current TNA International Champion Stax Kalani Jordan. That's a list of NXT superstars to have worn TNA gold. Leon Slater looking to make history. So knowing that, Book, who has more weight on their shoulders?
Oh, baby!
My word!
Oh, talking about weight. That was lightweight right there for Obafemi. But who has more weight on their shoulders in a matchup like this? Obafemi, he had a hell of a 24, a 25, and looking to kick off 26 a little bit different by taking over this whole damn business. He's got a lot of weight on his shoulders, but this kid, 21 years old, can you imagine what it would do for his career to get a win over Obafemi, the ruler here in NXT?
But not only that, he'd also become the NXT champion. And you think about the history, not many men have ever won a title at 21 years old, men or women, here in NXT. Slater, of course, won a four-way before the holidays to become the #1 contender. These two have also come face-to-face, but it doesn't look like it now, Book, and it's early on, I'm sure, in this matchup, but how impressed are you with the youngest in charge? At 21, you just said the age, at 21, were you in championship matches, two companies globally recognized?
Look, I don't ever want to tell you where I was at 21 years old, but I'm going to tell you right now, this kid, Leon Slater, he's got an upside like nobody I've seen before. I mean, you use words to describe Slater like prolific, extraordinary. He's like the wind. You can
generational.
Feel it. You can feel it, but you can't touch it, but you know it's there. This kid right here, like I say, it's hard to trade for him because he's so dynamic in the middle of that ring, but he's going against a force in Obafemi. My God, man.
Leon probably just...
One shot.
Leon probably just got slapped back to last Thursday in Impact, and take another look.
Oh, my God!
Oh, my word.
Hear that right there? That shot all over Orlando, Florida right there, man.
And I mean, honestly, Book, you start to break this down and you want to think about football, you look at the X and the O's, right? How can Slater even beat Obafemi? Not just what we've seen, I mean, think about how the match started. Oba just tossed him across the ring.
The kid is going to have a lot of heart, but I'm going to tell you, it's going to take a Herculean effort for Leon Slater to go out here and beat Obafemi for this championship. But like we always say, any given Sunday, in our case, even any given Tuesday. Oh, yes, man.
But just shifting some weight. Nice counter there by the champion. Leon Slater just got caught.
Too much power.
And that is
too much power.
That is a grown man getting caught out of the air by Obafemi. Obafemi, an NIL athlete who has dominated since day one, is dominating this matchup.
Man.
Who's walking out NXT champion? Will the reign of the ruler continue? Leon Slater trying to make a little history here tonight. Carlos Silva, TNA president, sitting in the front row watching the TNA X Division champion compete for the NXT title. And Leon Slater, this could be the best opportunity for him. This is the first time I've seen Obafemi even stunned in this matchup. Oba, of course, 2-0 at this event. Last year, one of his opponents was SmackDown's newest signee, Trick Williams.
Wait a minute, Vic. I don't like this right here. This kid can fly.
Won the NXT title for the first time this year. Looking to continue his second reign. Damn!
Yeah! Wow! Talking about hot.
I'm trying to catch my breath as Oba continuing just to dominate this matchup. And Leon Slater's had several weeks to prepare. And no! Oh, whoa, book. The left knee of Obafemi just went to that steel post.
Smart there by Leon Slater. He lured Obafemi in. And right there, he's in a little trouble right now, Vic.
This could be that very moment Leon's been waiting for, but he just got caught this time, able to counter for a moment, able to sidestep for a second, able to get by Oba, charging in, and Oba's down. Oba's hurt, and for Leon Slater, this is that opportunity.
Door just open right there. I mean, a crack in the window just opened for Leon Slater. One big shot, Vic.
You gotta think, wrestlers like Moose, Mike Santana, Ryan Nemeth, they got to be on their feet right now, cheering at home. This could be it. Is that title crossing the line? His right shoulder just getting off the mat. I can hear everyone in TNA right now screaming at the top of their lungs because that was so close for Leon Slater to make some history.
Wonder if Leon Slater got that one big shot in his arsenal that he could separate this one big man, Obafemi, from his senses. You wonder if he can do it, Vic. Can he do it?
Leon,
that's the question.
Leon would love to head to Dallas next week as double champion. He will be defending that X Division championship, of course, at Genesis, but he would love to also be the NXT champion. Just got decleated.
When he jiving, man.
Just got grabbed. Just got dropped. Massive choke slam.
Good night.
And the run is up. Not quite yet. I thought it was all over for Leon Slater. First the clothesline, then the choke slam. That's a recipe for disaster, but Slater kicks out.
Massive clothesline, right? Excuse me. Big slam there by the big man. I'm gonna tell you right now, Obafemi's looking to finish this thing right now.
And look, you think about Obafemi, what did he show you in the match with Cody Rhodes at Saturday night's main event in DC?
No, it showed me that he belongs. That's the question right there. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Slater just came flying out of the corner. Oba again, though, is the first one back to his feet. Oba, who never seems overwhelmed, no moment too big. Leon looking for the body slam.
Wow.
He got the big man up and over. I've never seen that before. Into the cover. Not quite yet, and this place is ready to explode.
Let's not forget about that knee that just buckled there by Obafemi. We didn't think about injury coming into play in this matchup, Vic.
You got to go back. That's right, Book. The turning point of the matchup was right here to our left when Oba's knee bounced right off that steel post. That obviously takes away some of the strength advantage, does it not?
Space, that's the space. Your legs is the strongest part of the body, and if you don't have that, you don't have anything.
Again, Leon looking for a high risk, didn't get any reward this time, though, able to catch Oba for just a moment. And right now, in the wheelhouse.
Oh, baby!
Big play! Slater!
Got all of it!
He got all of it, but now he's got to get Oba back into the ring. And Obafemi is no small man. That's 300 pounds. And look at Leon Slater. Adrenaline will make a man do some crazy things. Oba's back in. Oba's hurt. Oba's down. And climbing right now is Leon Slater, the TNA X Division champion, looking to make some history. Perched high above, looking for that swan. Ton 450, and the knees got up from Oba.
Wow.
With the injured knee, damage was done to the champion. He's crawling. He's pulling himself into the cover. Hooks the inside leg to retain. And this one, crucifix, counter, title. No! Oh,
Whoa!
that's close. That was damn close.
So close.
And Leon back up. Leon, though, not arguing with the official. Hits the super kick, charges in, caught. Oh! Fall from grace. Power bomb into the cover.
Wow.
Femi stacks up another body.
Wow.
Here is your winner, and still the NXT champion, Oba Femi.
Oba Femi had to rally in that matchup.